Hi, it's Ernie from Ernest Aquatics, and today we're going to be giving you guys a complete care guide for a blood parrot cichlid. Maybe you recently purchased a blood parrot cichlid and you're looking to get more information, or maybe you're even thinking about getting a blood parrot cichlid and wondering if the fish is right for you. Either way, this video will be very helpful for you. So, some quick facts about the blood parrot cichlid. Blood parrot cichlids are hybrid fish, which means they are a man-made fish. They do not exist in the wild. They were created around the 80s in Thailand. You may notice that their mouths don't shut, so it constantly looks like these fish are smiling. You can get these fish in multiple colors. They come out to be like a bright orange, a red, yellow, and some of them stay gray. Whenever they're juvenile, they are gray. Like you can see, this is my blood parrot cichlid Marvin as a juvenile, and he's a dark gray. Now you can see Marvin, and he is a whitish yellow color. I do notice Marvin's colors change every day. If I just turn the tank light on, sometimes he looks more orange, sometimes he looks more white. Blood parrot cichlids can grow 5 to 10 inches. They are slow growers, so it does take a few years to get them full size, which brings me into my first topic I'd like to talk about. The proper tank size for a blood parrot cichlid should be a minimum of 20 gallons for a juvenile. Once they start getting bigger, you obviously need to upgrade to at least a 30-gallon. Anything less and your fish is not going to live a happy life. Blood parrot cichlids can live for 10 years plus, so a 30-gallon minimum is required. I have my blood parrot cichlid here in a 65-gallon tank. That's a little big for a single fish, but he does have a tank mate in there, which brings me to my next topic. Tank mates for blood parrot cichlids can vary depending on your blood parrot cichlid. Blood parrot cichlids are just like humans. Not all humans are alike. Not all blood parrot cichlids are alike. Some are more aggressive than others. Mine tends to be a more aggressive blood parrot cichlid, so that's why I decided to put a Thai silk flower horn as his tank mate. Flower horns are aggressive fish as well, so I know the Thai silk flower horn can hold his own against my blood parrot cichlid Marvin. Marvin does attack community fish. I have tried. Gouramis in there with him before, and he's attacked it. Plecos, he was always tormenting the pleco I had in there. So I needed a tank mate that was tough, that could hold his own. I have heard of other blood parrot cichlids getting along great in community tanks, so it really depends on your individual fish. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the setup for a blood parrot cichlid tank. They love to dig, so I definitely recommend having a sand that they can dig up. More sand the better, and they also love to hide. Especially when you first get a blood parrot cichlid. When I first got Marvin, he hid for a couple weeks before he came out. He would only come out when I dropped food in the tank, and then he'd go hide again. Even when he was an adult, he started hiding until I got a tank mate for him. These fish can be shy, but they can also be very active. As you can see, Marvin, he is always out in my tank. Most importantly, what do you feed your blood parrot cichlid? So like any fish you own, I don't recommend feeding just one thing. So Marvin here, my blood parrot cichlid, we feed him lots of different stuff. I'll quickly go over what it is. First, I feed him this pretty well every day. It's omega-1 natural protein formula. It's supposed to brighten the colors for your cichlid. It is a cichlid pellet, sinkable pellet. They're my favorites. Marvin will eat these right up along with my flower horn. Next up, I don't feed these every day, but it's a Nutrifin bloodworm. It's like a freeze-dried one, and I like these for hand feeding because they're small and they're easy to get out of your hand. So normally when I hand feed them, this is what I feed them. I also hand feed sometimes these mini bloodworms. They're great. This is like crack for them. They love it. They go nuts. So this is more of a treat for them. As you can see in this video, they are loving the frozen bloodworms. Last thing I feed them, which I don't feed them as much just because it really dirties the tank when I feed them these, whole frozen brine shrimp, omega-1. They love these too. This is like crack for them as well. But like I said, it really makes your tank messy. So I don't always, this is more of just a treat every now and then. Now obviously not everyone's going to be feeding their fish 4 or 5 different things, so if I could just go one thing, I would do the sinkable pellets I was talking about at the start there, the cichlid color ones. Brightens your colors up and it's got a lot of good ingredients in it. Another good thing about these pellets are, if you're going away on a trip, I don't expect someone to come watch my fish for the week I'm gone or 2 weeks I'm gone and be hand feeding them, you know, bloodworms and stuff. People kind of think it's gross. So these little pellets, as you can see, I'll show you inside. They're not gross. It's just like feeding a fish. People don't mind doing that. If I stopped feeding these all completely, maybe they wouldn't like them anymore and they'd be expecting bloodworms. I always do feed them these, just in case I go away and I know people can feed my fish and not be grossed out. So my final thoughts on blood parrot cichlids are they're a great fish. Even for beginners, they're not too hard. You just have to have the proper tank size, proper care, and anybody can care for a blood parrot cichlid. I did mention they are great for plants. Mine hasn't wrecked the plants. Other tanks I've seen online, people having them, I haven't seen anyone complain about them destroying their plants or anything like that. So overall, I love blood parrot cichlids. They do kind of have a personality of a dog. I mean, you put your hand in the tank, they get excited. You come up to the tank and they follow you around the tank. So if you're looking for a fish that has a lot of personality, a fish that can really brighten up a tank, make it really rewarding tank for you, definitely pick up a blood parrot cichlid. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll also put another video up here of the color change of my blood parrot cichlid over the course of a year. It's really fascinating how they do change colors, so I recommend watching that as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.